Hello twin flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Welcome to my channel. Whether you're new or you're coming back, I'm excited to deliver this message to you. I hope it's gonna resonate, but please remember this is a general message. So take only what resonates for you and what is your story and release what is not. Today is going to be a classic read, so we'll take a look at the energies for Divine Feminine Collective, Divine Masculine, and the Twin Flame connection at this time. I will start with an oracle deck. We'll pull a card for each of the twins to get a general sense of what's going on and what's the theme that's prevailing at the moment. And at the end, I will also pull some cards from the Hermit Tarot deck with messages between the twins. Okay, let's get started right away. For once, it's gonna be a usual classic read. I might do a Divine Masculine reading tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. And just a quick brief reminder for those who are new to my channel that we just had full moon in Aries on the 9th of October. We had 10/10 portal yesterday. There were quite a few other events, pretty important holidays, events, markings, milestones in the 3D reality that kind of like they make this whole, I would say, week starting from the weekend, from Saturday and up till the end of this week. It's pretty significant time, so just pay attention to how it works out for you, how it's playing out, what are you being shown. You're most welcome to check out my readings for those events so that you get some more guidance in terms of the twin journey. And of course, do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions you'd like to discuss in a personal tarot reading session or coaching session. I do those. They are also up on my website. I still have to put down the packages for coaching because they're going to be at a discount. But in general, you can now order a private tarot session, and there's more than one kind, or a live coaching session or twin flame journey session through my website. So check it out at mindfulbamboo.com. This is also my blog, so you can see some articles about wellness and mindfulness on there as well. Okay, and my latest one is about inner child work, which I feel like is so relevant, so important at this time for anyone in the spiritual path, twin flame or not. And this is my initial article, initial info that I put out in terms of what it is and why is it important for all of us. I might do some videos going forward. I'm still considering the format, but just stay tuned. And I'll definitely do more videos on astrology. I'll do webinars and I'll be preparing a digital course on the topic of personal astrology. So, Divine Feminines, you have tried the Treasure Island. This is like one of my favorite cards in this deck. I have like 2 or 3 that I love. I just love. And this is one of them. Might not seem like that, but it's really special. If you look into the artwork closely, it's just beautiful. I love the whole idea. It's a chest with a treasure, of course, but it's on top of a swimming turtle, and it has all these little hearts around it. To me, it's saying that it actually even has a face of like an ancestor inside the box. To me, this is showing that the treasure may include some financial reward, but usually so much more than that. And to me, this is that insight for Divine Feminines, that you are gonna find a lot of treasures in the coming weeks, maybe even days. And it may be something different that you expect it to be, because, you know, as people, we still plan, we have expectations here and there, we envision our upcoming future in some form. And this is telling me that the upcoming future is actually going to surprise you in a good way. And that's the beauty of this card. It's a wonderful energy, wonderful card. It's number 9, by the way. So yeah, be open to those surprises where the happiness and the treasure is going to be coming from. Treasure, i.e. abundance, and abundance is not just measured by money. It can be other types of resources. It can be time, it can be like physical resources like effort, your effort, someone else working for you, you know, all kinds of things really. Let's see what we have for divine masculines. Need to speed it up a little bit. Oh, that's a good one too. It's the home card. Just a second, guys. Oh, it's pretty far. Let me use my dance technique. Speaking of which, I uploaded my dance video to Mindful Bamboo channel, so you can check it out if you're interested. It's a solo samba to Shakira. Okay, no place like home. That's the full name of the card. And again, this is actually a synchronicity for divine masculines, because to me, this is first and foremost is about the feeling of home, the energetic feeling of home, which, you know, there's a widespread expression these days that it's not really a place, it's the energy, right? It's like, it's where your heart is at home. And guess what it is for divine masculines? It's their feminine, it's their presence. And to them, that's going to be a surprise revelation, right? It's going to be a hidden treasure, because a lot of them took the divine feminine energy around them for granted, right? And this is going to be, and of course, this scenario in the physical is going to be very different for each individual twin flame journey. But in a nutshell, something will happen that will give them the contrast of what they have in their karmic life, where they're supposed to be happy and feel like home and be comfortable and all that stuff, versus what they have with the divine feminine. And this will get them to reconsider the importance of this connection. If they already know that you're twin flames, there's still some sort of denial inside of them about whether it's still true. It's kind of like it's too good to be true, that sort of story. But regardless of how they approach it, there's still some denial, there's still some fear of it. Like, I don't think so, no, it doesn't look right, right? That monkey brain, the ego still keeps talking in the program. But yeah, something will happen. And divine feminine listening, please let it happen naturally, right? It's all in divine hands, and that's the best way for them to figure it out. If you start meddling in and, you know, try to either help them or draw their attention to it or tell them off and I told you, something of those kinds of things, that's not gonna go well. It may only delay this revelation for a masculine. So please don't do that. Let them figure it out. And let it be your reward that you will know that, yes, they're figuring it out. Okay, let's see what the tarot is, the energy for divine feminines at this time. Knight of Cups and King of Swords. Wow. It's a nice blend of feminine and masculine energy, though. What do we have for divine masculines at this time? Eight of Pentacles, work, the classic, but we'll pull a clarifier for this. What's the energy of the connection? Knight of Swords. We have two knights here. There's definitely movement forward. Bottom of the deck, Six of Cups. Lovely. Okay, let's see, let's clarify. King of Swords and Knight of Cups. The Emperor. It's like a sequence. There's a knight, then the king, and this is the Emperor, the king of all kings. But we have a lot of Aries energy, which is the Emperor. The Emperor card symbolizes Aries energy. We have a lot of it and in focus right now from astrological point of view, so I'm not surprised really. Okay, let's clarify Eight of Pentacles for the masculines. Six of Swords. Please clarify Knight of Swords for the connection. To me, the most interesting part in this card is that the guy is actually not riding a horse, it's like a bull, really. And here we have Six of Pentacles. Lovely. We have Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles. there's a lot of balancing out. It's still this Libra energy that's impacting us all deeply, Knight of Wands, bottom of the deck. And yes, and passion and depth of this beautiful love that's impacting us on each step. And this is where now, with this full moon that we had a couple of days ago, we're now entering this season of transformation. It's just now, it's like kind of like I'm getting this message, hold on to your heads. It's only getting started, you know, and it's gonna be like a snowball effect, and it's gonna get bigger with the upcoming solar eclipse that's still to happen in October. Okay, Divine Feminine. So you have Knight of Cups, King of Swords, and the Emperor. So guess what? This is about love. This is about love expression. Because there is an Emperor energy in the background, and don't think it's just you. It's like I said, it's the macrocosmic forces, the way it's playing out. And actually, you can take a look where you have Aries in your chart. What kind of areas of your life are impacted by it. That's actually going to be part of what I'm going to be covering in my course when it's out for personal astrology, and how to read your chart, how to make sense of all these planets and signs and houses. But generally speaking, the Emperor is about this. I think I mentioned it yesterday. It's about the personal journey. It's about, what do I want? What do I need now? Right? What is in my best interest? And it can go as with any energy. It can be a very positive energy, like, you know, strong, courageous, dominant, confident. But it can also be kind of a tyrant, you know, and someone who is a control freak, if you wish, and wanting everything to be their way. This is the positive side of it, before I go too far into the negative. So the Aries is impacting Divine Feminine in a way where there is a balancing of masculine and feminine, and there is this thinking process. For some it's more conscious, for some it's more subconscious, about what does love mean to me? What am I expecting from a partner, honestly, like just, you know, between me and God? What kind of qualities do I admire, right? It's not a specific expectation from a specific divine masculine, let's put it that way, right? Or whoever you're looking for, right? It could be a high-level soulmate that you're looking for life partnership. But it's really important that you at least understand for yourself, and you can communicate that information into the universe of what is a deal breaker for you, what is super important, what you're not going to tolerate, right? Because that's the request that's going to get answered then. And if your request is vague or really doesn't exist, you just want someone perfect or someone great, you know, it's too... You know, great can mean very different things to different people. And it's very important to be specific with these things, with qualities, with what kind of a person you envision for yourself, right? And it starts from internal process of what your needs are, right? And what you're expecting from a partnership. It's this sort of journey here for Divine Feminine. For the masculine, it's, balancing out the stormy waters. That's what I'm getting here. It's kind of like there for some divine masculines, there has been some chaos at work, and they maybe have been making some plans and they had to replan it last minute, that sort of idea. For some, because also there is bad weather here and there is sea here, and it's storm season in America, and we just had to go through Hurricane Ian and the damage that it's done, and it obviously went up then as a tropical storm. So it could have been, for some people, it could have been connected with the elements and something unpredictable that just kind of suddenly appeared. For some, it's a little bit more metaphorical, and it's kind of about calming the noise or recovering from been under a lot of pressure for a while. So there's this recovery period right now for divine masculine. So that's when they're starting to pay attention to that energy of home, because after being in the turmoil like this, that's when they can really start appreciating the home feeling that they have when they're around divine feminine. When they talk to them, they get their attention. When they communicate, even if it's remotely, even if it's not in person, how much of a difference it makes. And I'm also hearing how much it makes their heart smile. For the connection, we have Knight of Swords clarified by Six of Pentacles. Yeah, so both of the twins are really thinking about equal partnership, what it means, equal give and take, and how to make it authentic and honest, so that you're not in your ego with each of these directions of energy, right? But you're still having your needs met, right? So that you're not, because some people go too much into extreme of like of pleasing someone else, or like if we're talking about their partner, right? It seems even more important that my partner is happy, that I give in now and then, that we compromise, and then it goes too far, especially with empath, like we all are. For others, it's more like, you know, could go into another direction where the person may be thinking, I'm great, and if another person doesn't appreciate me the way I am, then, you know, they can go and look for someone else or whatever, right? So this is like balancing out, and we usually even have the scales with Six of Pentacles. It's balancing out this give and take and the thought process around it to make it truly, I don't want to say the word equal, but kind of like that, yeah. Make it truly equal and meaningful, so that it's also not equal for the sake of equality. So it's not artificial, like, okay, my person is giving me XYZ, and that's why I'm supposed to give them A, B, and C. No, because you are different people, you have different love languages, and you will have different needs. And even if we're talking about twin flame couple, which it kind of implies that you're divine counterparts that are perfect companions, the perfection is not in being exactly the same or wanting the same or whatever. It's about complementing each other in the most beautiful way, right? In giving the other person, being able to do it naturally, authentically, intuitively, exactly what they need. And there is a difference between what the person wants and what they need, right? That's where there is a divine plan and there is divine intervention in these templates and these setups. Okay, messages between the twins, messages from divine masculines to divine feminines. So as you can see, there's still a lot of preparation activity happening before this huge transformation that's coming up. There's still this amping up of the energy and tying up some loose ends. Each twin is kind of working, but notice that they're working the individual journey, and they're also thinking about the partnership, the connection, and interaction with other people. Just building up their inclination towards union. So we have wait, maybe this is from DM to DF. My life started when I met you. Quite a few cards actually. What do you want? Happiness is my priority and I'm terrified. Yeah, so what I'm getting with this is divine masculine realizes that before they can satisfy someone else in an authentic way, in the Six of Pentacles way, they need to understand what they want, what their needs are, and to conquer the fear, to be open about it, to be honest, and to ask for what they want, what they need, right? I'm getting a lot of this, a large percentage of people who are people pleasing and who are afraid to tell their partner what they're missing or what they would like to have in a relationship because they don't want to lose their significant other. I'm not just talking about the other twin flame right now. I'm talking in general, previous experiences, relationships, and how people usually approach it in this collective. Like there's a lot of that anxiety and fear to lose the other person. And I'm getting here that Divine Masculine is saying that they actually have even more fear right now. That's why they're stopping themselves before moving on and taking the next step. Because to them, you are so special, and we have here, my life started when I met you. That they're even more terrified to do something wrong and to lose you. It's, you know, like in the smaller deck with Oracle messages, I have a card that says, I fear you will reject the real me. It's that sort of vibe that I'm getting from here. That if they tell you what they truly want, or what they think, or how they feel, and it's all not gonna be that perfect and ascended and all that stuff and wise, that you divine feminines may want to leave them or give up on them or just say, yeah, I don't have time for this, and they really don't want that to happen. Let's see what we have from divine feminines to divine masculines. Okay, calm down. Okay, there's some heightened sexual vibe from divine feminines. That's what I got as I started doing the shuffle, and I got the card sex. Actually, we have love is the answer, sex, and I just dream and wish for everything, which actually includes the daydreaming about sex related scenarios, physical attraction. Probably not necessarily the sex part, but like being close, you know, this sort of intimate physical closeness, right? When people cuddle, when they have an intimate conversation, there is just that extra vibe of it. And that's what divine feminines are asking for energetically. That's what they would like to see, to have more of that, more of those opportunities for intimacy, for sharing special moments with their DMs, even if it doesn't have to be sex, right? Although, you know, they still think about it, they still dream about it, fantasize. Nobody can really say don't do it. But in the physical, at least they're looking for that closer bond and building of that intimate energy. They know that love is the answer, and they know that everything is gonna come around naturally. But divine masculines watching divine feminine is kind of giving you an energetic nudge that they would like more of that sweet energy, of that goodness, of that kindness, of friendship, but like the true close friendship, which again is one of the templates that a lot of twin flames are one of the social or societal templates that twins are breaking, especially with friendship between the opposite genders, or at least the opposite energies, right? Where we're still unfortunately living in a world where it's not as common for a man and a woman, let's take the most widespread example, to be friends in the true intimate meaning of it, right? There's still the majority of people still start thinking about, even as they see, imagine yourself or like your friends maybe seeing someone like a man and a woman who are friends, or kind of supposedly they are friends, right? And you can see how they take care of each other, how they're attentive, how much time they spend with each other. Very few people would think, oh wow, that's a beautiful friendship, it's so great, unless they're related maybe. But most of the time it's still gonna be people who start suspecting that there is something romantic going on between them. There is that vibe, because why else, right? That's just the natural conclusion that we make. And although we may deny and we may say that we're so open-minded and diplomatic these days, and you know, sky's the limit and whatever, there are no limitations like that, in our mindset they do exist. It's actually one of the things I spoke in my article I spoke about in my article about inner child work, because that's where I'm mentioning that you may not necessarily even recognize it consciously, but if the concept exists in your subconscious, for example, maybe because that's what you experienced as a child, that's what you heard from your parents. So maybe like nowadays, views are more democratic about it, but you've been brought up with those limited templates in mind, and you're still, until you're actually working through it consciously, you're still automatically applying those templates in your life. So you may not necessarily, as a result, you may not necessarily say it out loud, but you will still be thinking that way, right? That, yeah, no, I don't think that they are friends. There's probably something going on there. A generic example, but was relevant for some of you. I hope this message was useful. I love you all, guys, and I'll be back with a Divine Masculine read tomorrow.